Let's keep it moving here. 453, 454. Las Vegas is going to go into Kansas City. Carr is going to see if he can pull off a major upset. And, you saw Derek Carr talking during the week about, hey, it's an old school rivalry, but it's not really a rivalry until we start beating these guys. So we'll see if they can make it competitive. But the odds makers are saying this game's probably not going to be all that competitive. Patrick Mahomes on offense struggles for a quarter and a half, explodes for one quarter. The game's already out of reach. We've seen this time and time again. So we look at this game overall, about a 50-50 ticket split. Over-under opens up at 56. Now we're seeing 55s across the board, some 55.5 still hovering. But the line opened up offshore at SPRodds.com at -13. They're now down to some of the sharper books like Chris, -11 offshore, and I completely agree with it. William Hill, Nevada, 20.5. FanDuel out of New Jersey, 12. DraftKings out of New Jersey, 11.5. So depending on where you're shopping around, I agree with that line drop down, and I like the Las Vegas Raiders in this game. Not to win the football game, but they do a lot of things. If you can get Ruggs back as a deep threat, you still have the elite tight ends, so you have an elite running game. You can lean on that and try to put up some points and play some good defense, because if you saw Monday night, even though the score didn't really dictate how that game went, because if Brian Hoyer doesn't play in that football game, throwing dumb interceptions off of Julian Edelman and taking sacks in the red zone and fumbling the football, that's a completely different game. But the public is only going to see the final score. Like, another Chiefs blowout. I think this game is closer than what the odds makers think. I think it'll play within one position to a touchdown. I like the Vegas Raiders in this spot, catching about 12 points here.
Yeah, me too. And I'm even looking at Pinnacle right now, +13. Like, that's something I would jump on now, because the other books are, 1.5, 2 points different than them. So if you're at Pinnacle, I would jump on that +13. Look, of course, the Chiefs are probably going to win this football game. And if you look at the two games last year, they were, basically blowouts, 28-10 and 40-9. I think the Raiders are better this year. It just seems like they're getting in a little bit more of a rhythm now. I know there's injuries on the offensive side of the ball, but I just haven't seen, aside from that Baltimore game where that Kansas City offense looked really, really good against what we thought was going to be a dominant defense, haven't seen a ton out of them. I thought their performance on Monday night was pretty disappointing. Now it's a short week. You're, hosting the Raiders. I think the Raiders can put points up on this defense. And like we talk about, when you see these double-digit lines, the only time you really want to make a bet on that is if you can find yourself a way to justify the underdog covering that spread, or maybe even finding a chance to win. And I can sort of do that with the Raiders. So I like I'm right there with you. I like the Raiders. Give me the points. And if I can get to that +13 on Pinnacle, I'm going to be clicking my fingers later on when we're done with the show. I might get myself in on that.
Well, you better get that floating VPN or whatever out there.
That's exactly.
United States gamblers, we can't do it, but some people are very, very tricky. And hey, maybe some people are watching with some homes offshore, as we like to say, and can get down with that stuff. We'll see how that plays out in the week. But again, I agree with the line movement. I think it's the right direction. And if, Derek Carr just doesn't self-destruct in this game, a lot of like the ways we talk about Baker Mayfield, just play within yourself, hand the football off. Same way. Now, look, you don't have the defense that the New England Patriots have, but again, you can use those same type of tactics to try to get after it. Double-digit point spread in division.